let's talk about the most important part about using Scrivener is backups. So remember, Scrivener is one of those ancient applications. It works like Microsoft Word. It sits on your computer, on your hard drive, and then you pull it up and it starts working on your hard drive. You don't actually need any internet connection, which I know is also an appeal to it, even though I just made fun of it. But it does not save to the cloud automatically unless you force it to. And even then, sometimes I don't get my backup. So let's talk about how you can at least give yourself a fighting chance to have your Scrivener files saved in the cloud. And I know what you're thinking. Do I even like Scrivener? I mean, it's okay. It has its merits, but I have switched over to Readsy. I'll make another video about that. But if you are using Scrivener, let's make sure your files aren't going to be lost. So the first thing, which is what I would recommend, is that you go over here to Scrivener at the top, go to settings, and then all the way over on the right, you'll see a section called backup. Click turn on automatic backups. Do not click backup on project open. You just opened it. Nothing happened. There's nothing to back up. Backup on project close. Yeah, that makes sense. Don't back up with each manual save. If you're like me, you're from the 80s, you grew up with Word Perfect and Microsoft Word, and you're hitting that Control S to save something every 5 seconds, even when it doesn't need it, like Google Docs. Backup before syncing with mobile device. The next thing, compress automatic backups of zip files. I mean, I uncheck this. Usually, I don't know why I was checked, only because these files are so crazy tiny. I don't know what you'd have to zip anything for anywhere. Use date in backup file names. Yes, I like everything timestamped. Even though it's timestamped in the system, you just never know. Only keep 25 of the most recent backups. I'm like paranoid, so I did the max number because, like I said, there's version control issues. If you are not sure where this is, you can hit open backup folder and it'll just show you. As you can see, this file is 18 kilobytes. It's really small. I don't know why you would ever need to compress 18 kilobytes. And so over here where it says choose, this is where you can choose where you back it up. So right now, mine is being backed up to an external drive. And I could choose Google Drive, which is a cloud-based drive, or I could choose iCloud. So you could do either of those. Now, if you don't have Google Drive, really quick, if you head over to your Google Drive, make sure you're logged in under the correct profile in the top right, because I have a work profile, I have author profiles, I have different emails, right? So make sure you're logged in under the Google profile you want. Head over here to the gear icon and click Get Drive for Desktop, download it, and then you will then see it inside of your file folders. If not, you can actually just drag and drop it into that file folder structure. But getting back to Scrivener, this is what I would recommend. And here's the funny part. After you set all this up, you don't actually have to hit save, even though I said it was an archaic program. Somehow it just knows inside of here and you just close it. And it's done. So the second way you can use Scrivener backups is project backups. I 100% don't recommend this. However, I could see if you're doing, let's say you're co-writing with somebody and they have another version and they always have crazy versions. You don't really like them. You don't want to share maybe your version yet. You could do this as a separate backup. So over here under project, you're going to go to project settings. It's going to look exactly the same. At the very bottom, there is a section called backup. And what you can do one of two things. Well, I shouldn't say exactly the same. It looks very similar. Exclude from automatic backups. And this is, again, only if you're running rogue with your own copy, if you're co-writing with somebody, or if you are going to maybe go on a trip and you're going to use a different device or something else. I don't know. But I don't really recommend, that's why I don't really recommend this one. I can't think of any other like good use cases for this. Use custom backup folder. So you could store this in a totally different place. Maybe I could see, okay, maybe another use case is I store this to an external drive, but if I'm traveling, I'm probably just going to travel with my laptop. I'm not going to lug an external drive around, only because my laptop is pretty heavy. I have a MacBook Pro, it's 5 pounds. So over here, you could choose, again, a different location, and you could choose your Google Drive on the left or something else, or iCloud. So that is pretty much it. Now this will, when it says open backup settings, that'll take you back to that main menu where we just were before from the Scrivener settings that applies to everything. So we don't want to use that. So we're just going to say, okay, and we're done. So that's a wrap on how to save your Scrivener files as backups, either to the cloud or to an external drive or even to your regular drive. I don't know why you do that, just in case. I mean, this is like a just in case backup. It's not the same place where you're actually saving the first file. So I hope everyone's having a great start to their 2025 and you're writing a ton of words, and I will see you later.